So we already know all about the third stimulus check, unemployment boosts of $300 or $400, the Paycheck Protection Program, all these various programs that are a part of the future stimulus bill. But I wanted to just take a quick minute to talk about 4 additional relief programs that you probably have not heard of that could result in potentially thousands of dollars in your pocket. And I guarantee at least one of these on the list you have not heard of before. So the first one is the child tax credit. Now this one's probably a little bit more familiar than the rest on the list because it's already a program that's in place, but the Biden administration is looking to enhance this. So the program currently gives Americans up to $2,000 in tax credits per child, with up to $1,400 of that tax credit being completely refundable, meaning if your tax obligation hits zero, anything up to $1,400 may be just a check that you receive into your bank account at the end of each year. Biden's latest proposal, though, is looking to enhance this in a huge way. They're looking to bump this up to $3,000 per child per year between the ages of 6 and 17, and any child that's under age 6, they're looking to bump it up to $3,600. And an additional huge change here, they're looking to make these payments monthly or bi-monthly. So it won't just be a one-time thing at the end of the year, because frankly, bills happen year-round, so it makes more sense to make this thing monthly. Number 2 on the list, we have baby bonds. Now this one is brand new and you probably haven't heard of it yet, and it might be included in the upcoming stimulus bill. I haven't seen it reported on very much though. And this would create a federally backed savings/investment account for children under the age of 18. Basically, it would add about $2,000 a year to an investment account to every child every year until the age of 18, in which then they can pull it out and spend it on certain things. So these expenses would be things like higher education, college, purchasing a home, starting a business, various things that both help the individual and help the economy kind of grow into a better position. So this idea is there to help out young people, to start them out on the right foot, and also help narrow the wealth gap. And it would cost about $60 billion per year. Cory Booker, who is a strong proponent of this, I believe this is actually his plan, said it could be paid for by increasing estate taxes or doing away with some heavy tax cuts for the ultra rich. It's definitely an interesting concept. I like it just in that it's kind of experiment in compound interest. And actually, believe it or not, you can start a Roth IRA account for a child. There's no age limit for starting a Roth IRA account. The only technicality there is it's supposed to be earned income that goes into a Roth IRA, so it's technically supposed to be income that a kid or a person earns that goes into that account. But that's just one account that you could potentially make for a child if you're looking to start an investment account for, a 5-year-old or something like that. Number 3 on the list, we have school aid. This one isn't super in-depth. Basically what it would do is create about $130 billion fund to give to schools in order to reduce class sizes, make things more safe, improve ventilation, and open back up once the pandemic isn't quite ripping and roaring like it is right now. And then finally, we have childcare assistance. Now this one's pretty exciting for anyone with children. Really, the next stimulus bill does a lot to help out families, and this is just one part of it. Childcare has become a huge issue, both for childcare services, who are many of them are going out of business. I think 4 out of 10 are financially struggling right now, and parents who can't afford to drop their children off at childcare, which then would enable them to go to work and produce and kind of be a part of the cycle here. So the Biden plan is looking to spend $40 billion on this issue, including $15 billion that would cover childcare payments. So this would come through in the form of a tax credit again. And how it would work is you'd be reimbursed up to 50% of whatever you spend on childcare, up to $4,000 per child. So if you had 2 children, that would be an $8,000 tax credit, potential tax credit. And this would go to families earning under $125,000 a year, and then it would phase out after that $125,000 a year mark. Oh, and one last bonus item here. I know I said 4, but let's go above and beyond and do 5. As part of the stimulus deal, We're also looking at an additional $3 billion in funding to the nutrition program, Women, Infants, and Children, via increased food benefits. Now, because I know this is going to be a question, dads can also receive these WIC benefits. Here's a quote directly from their website. It says, dads of babies and children younger than 5 can enroll their children in the WIC program. That's one of their frequently asked questions. So that's going to do it for today. If you enjoy these short, punchy updates, make sure you hit the like button. Also, I just added a feature to my channel where you can join if you want to support this channel just a little bit more. You'll get custom emojis next to your comments. We'll do some private live stream events, things like that. It should be right next to the subscribe button, and I would appreciate it very much. So I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.